Hello, I'm Dale the Knight. Nhandu Aphonopelma time on this spoTlighT series. We're going to check out my Nhandu Chromatus, Nhandu Carapoensis, 3 of my 8 Chalcodes, and a brief look at my Seemanni. We're also going to see me handle one of my favorite teas in my collection, one of my juvenile 8 Chalcodes. Enjoy. Andromeda, my Nhandu Chromatus, Brazilian white stripe bird eater. This is one of my favorite teas in my collection by far. Very moody tea at times, but has a great feeding response, as you're going to see here. She'll take down worms, crickets. She's way too big actually for this small critter keeper. She's in a transition right now to get into something a little bigger. But right now she kind of just hides down in that hide. She's not very active most of the time. She just kind of goes up on top. I have a water dish up there. She'll go up there and drink. She'll come back down and hide in her cave. But she's been in this critter keeper ever since I got her at around a 1 inch. And she's been in here for probably 2 years now. Finally about to get something a little bigger. Here's Argos, my cute little Nhandu Carapoensis, the Brazilian red. This one can really eat for a little small juvenile. Doesn't have all the adult colors yet. If you're a newbie to this hobby, you don't know what these look like. They get very big. Black and with some reddish pinkish hairs that really come out very prominent all over the legs and abdomen. Very badass looking tea for a Nhandu. Not a lot of people have them, but I actually got this one as a freebie that I got with another tea that I ordered. And right now it's around 2 inches long. Relatively slow growing for a Nhandu. My Chromatus grew a little bit faster. But an awesome tea. This is Ink, my Aphonopelma Seemanni, Costa Rican zebra. I'm going to be moving into the Aphonopelmas right now. This is the only shot I could give this one. She's an excavator. Definitely a she. Very slow growing species. Has the classic orange spinnerets. And I rarely see this tea. It's a very good eater, but like I said, very slow growing and excavates, hangs out at the bottom there. I just happen to get lucky and just get the rump. Not much coloration to them right now. If you're a beginner to this hobby, this is what a Seemanni looks like full grown. Has a nice blackish, bluish sheen to it. Skeleton pattern legs. Awesome tea. Get some nice size to it as well. Can't wait for this one to get to that size. We're going to get to my one of my 3 Chalcodes. This is an Aphonopelma Chalcodes. This is General. Desert Blonde. This one has a buttload of common names. This species, from the Arizona blonde to the Flagstaff blonde, just Flagstaff. They have the Mexican blonde. I'll go with the desert blonde, common denominator. Chalcodes are desert species, terrain type species. And these guys are an amazing looking tea, even from when they're a sling. I got this one and Baby Gray, who you're going to see here in a little bit, as inch-long slings, and they're around like a grayish electric blue when they're younger, and they are very slow-growing species. One of the slowest growing species in my collection, but they are very sweet teas. If you handle them when they're younger, if you get one around 1 inch, if you handle them, they really take a liking to you, and they are always trying to get out and to get on my hand here. And this is what they look like when they're going to get older. This is Venus, my adult female Aphonopelma Chalcodes. She's around 5 inches long. Beautiful tea. Can be very moody at times. She's more bark than bite. She actually is very sweet when she wants to be. I can handle her if I wanted to. Prefer not to, because she can get a little mean sometimes, so I kind of leave her alone. She is absolutely gorgeous specimen of a Aphonopelma Chalcodes as an adult. Absolutely gorgeous. If you want to know price on these, if you don't know, I bought her at around $40 from a local pet store that I go to all the time. And the slings I bought for $15 a piece when they were younger. So these are very inexpensive species. If you don't have one, I recommend that you get one. If you can find one, these are awesome species, but they are very slow growing. So if you get them as a sling, be prepared for a very slow molasses-like molt progression. But if you can find one that's an adult, go ahead and grab one. They live for a very long time, some up to 30 plus years. So these are a great species to own. This is my favorite Chalcodes, one of my favorites in my hobby. This is Baby Gray. And I had just rehoused General and Baby Gray. Actually, didn't rehouse them. I redid their enclosures. Aphonopelmas poop like crazy, and they'll excavate and poop and excavate and poop. That's what mine do anyway all the time. So I just got these guys some new fresh dirt, Baby Gray in general. And usually when I go in their enclosures, Baby Gray loves to be handled. And I handled her. She was the first tea I ever handled as a 1-inch when I got her. She's one of my first 3 tarantulas I ever owned, and she was very skittish when she was a sling. But I kind of just kept trying to handle her, and finally she actually enjoyed being handled. I don't actually believe she's a she. I believe this is a suspect male actually, and it's unfortunate. I actually thought she was a female for a long time, but we're a long way away from me actually 100% confirming that. So I'm enjoying both of my juveniles, Chalcodes, right now. But right here, I'm going to show you footage of me actually handling Baby Gray. The footage is very shaky. I was trying to make sure that she wouldn't get too spooked. I haven't handled her in about a couple of months. She has kind of been a little reluctant to come out, but since I changed her substrate and everything, she wanted to come out and actually handle her. I don't actually handle my teas on camera a lot because it's a little tricky sometimes, especially with these small ones, because you never know when they're going to take a run for it. So the camera's a little more shaky than I normally have it, but I felt it was worth it to show you guys this footage of me handling my Chalcodes. She's so sweet, and this is her. Every time I pull her out, she just spins webs on my fingers there. She'll walk around, and she's very pleasant tea to handle, and I look forward to handling her in the future. She's one of my show teas for smaller juveniles because it's one of my rare juveniles I can actually get out and handles, and a lot of people are less intimidated by this size rather than some of my G. roseas that I can handle, or some of my brachypelmas that I can handle. This is a little less intimidating for some reason, but this is an awesome tea. She's one of my favorite teas in my collection, if she is in fact a she. I'm crossing my fingers, but if you don't have a Chalcodes, this is, as you can see, a beautiful species. As you can see, you can't go wrong with either a Nhandu species or an Aphonopelma species. They're both great. A Nhandu Chromatus should be in everyone's collection. If you don't own an A Chalcodes, they're really, really sweet teas. They grow slow, but they're awesome. Hope you enjoyed this one. Take care, guys, and be safe. Thanks for watching. Be in everyone's collection, and you cannot ever go wrong with raising an adult with an Aphonopelma Chalcodes or a Nhandu Chromatus. It's hello on the night, Nhandu and Aphonopelma time in this tight Aphonopelma Seemanni. And you're going to see me handle one of my favorite teas in my collection, one of my small juvenile. That fucking thing is starting to piss me off. If you don't own a Chromatus, I believe it's a staple in your collection, and you can't go wrong with a Nhandu Chromatus is a staple in any collection, I believe, and an A Chalcodes is some either, especially if you enjoy raising small tarantulas into So as you can see, you can't go wrong with either one of these species. A Nhandu Chalcodes or did I do it for this one?